We want to be just like the Americans in the Western Hemisphere. So it makes perfect sense from China's point of view to want to dominate East Asia. And I believe that that's what they are attempting to do. I would note too that they're also building a blue water navy because they want to project power around the rest of the world. They want to have the military assets to protect the Belt and Road Initiative. And this makes perfect sense. The United States has a blue water navy. The United States projects power all over the planet. Why shouldn't the Chinese try to do the same thing? And of course, that's what they're doing. However, the problem is that the United States does not want China to dominate East Asia, and the United States does not want China to have power projection capability that will allow China to challenge the United States on the high seas and in other places around the world. So the United States is now in the process of trying to contain the growth of Chinese power, much the way we contained the Soviet Union during the Cold War. And of course, from a Chinese perspective, this is unacceptable. They don't want to be contained. They want to dominate East Asia. They want to have a blue water navy that can project power into the Persian Gulf. It's perfectly understandable from their point of view, but it's perfectly understandable from the American point of view that this is unacceptable. So I think what's going on here is clearly understood by the Americans. The Americans understand what the Chinese are up to. And I think the Chinese understand what the Americans are up to. But nevertheless, you're going to have this intense security competition between the two sides. Just as during the Cold War, you had an intense security competition between the United States and the Soviet Union. Let's hope that this security competition, this Cold War, never becomes a hot war. Because as you know, during the Cold War, the United States and the Soviet Union never ended up fighting each other. That was a wonderful thing. The last thing we wanted was a hot war between the two superpowers. And I think when you look at the US-China competition, the same basic logic applies. We don't want the United States and China to fight a great power war.